government has proposed that from the 2019-2020 academic year, it will reduce the number of subjects at the basic level from 9 to 4. Will this improve academic quality? Join me on this episode of News Connect as we speak to some teachers. My name is Kojo Ajman. Stay tuned.
I think it's a positive move. If it is done that way, it will reduce the burden both on the teachers and that of the kids. The reason being that they are now overburdened with the subjects. And you see the mental development of the individual kids and what they are learning, what they are taking in. It's too much for them. And that is the reason why at the end, like the BEC, is being affected by the results. And I believe such a move needs to be considered and see what will happen next.
I also think that since we don't know what subjects they intend bringing up, most of the subjects are interrelated, and I don't think that kids learning all that is really, I won't say it's not important, but it is overburdened. Most of the subjects are loaded, and then the kids are not able to adapt changes, especially when they move from the P6 classroom to the JHS. How teachers come, different subject teachers come, they kind of find it difficult to it takes a longer period for them to adapt to those changes. And I think if the subjects are reduced, it will help.
So you were talking of subjects that relate. So, for example, religious and moral studies is similar to social studies. So
most subjects are similar.
Give us some examples.
An example is when you take this subject, work, time and leisure, you have money too, and then you have money too in social studies. So the children learn these subjects in social studies and in RME, but you, the teacher, when you are teaching, you see they still have problem with the topics.
Okay, I'll come back to you. But what do you also make of the move to make sure that the subjects are reduced to the proposal now is 4 at the basic level during the 2019 academic year?
I know that's what the government is trying to do, or bringing the 4 subjects, the subjects down to 4 is very important, because some of the subjects we are teaching are too much for the children, and it makes learning difficult for them. Talking of RME and ICT, natural science, mathematics, we have some of the subjects fused together. Talking about the length, the breadth, and the area of subjects. We have it in science and we have it in mathematics. So you can teach that one in mathematics, and you can fuse that one also in the science aspects. When you teach only maths, fusing it in the science aspect will also help. So teaching maths and science, that same topic at maths and that same topic at science, makes the children confused sometimes.
It's about workload. You burden the labourer at the farm, and then them use the local parliament, thinking that I've weeded. But at the end of the day, when you scrap up, it has not been done. So reduction in subjects will really, really bring about efficiency. That idea of lackadaisical way of doing work on the part of the teacher, and the lackadaisical way of students to learning. Sometimes when you give them the homework, they come and do it in the class. Early in the morning, they come, they copy from each other because he or she is tired when he gets to the house. So I believe one way or the other, it will improve efficiency. Yes.
Madam, don't you think that this will rather not improve efficiency, but then make students to be lazy and then teachers lazy as well? Because the child was learning 9 subjects, and every subject is supposed to prepare the child for a certain skill in life. And now you are cutting it down from 9 to 4. That is in itself is not going to augur well for the child's education. What do you have to say to this?
The cutting down of the subjects will help the teacher and the students as well, because as teachers and students, we have individual responsibilities in the house as well. So sometimes some of them are staying with some people, so they have to get a certain time for themselves too. And the teachers, I think we will prepare well, we will read well, we will do more research in order to put in more effort in the classroom. So it is not going to affect anything.
What about some are also arguing that this will put some teachers out of the classroom because, for example, if I teach BDT and you teach science and he teaches maths, and now my subject is fused with other subject, definitely I have to find something else doing.
It's not true. We will share ideas, and at the end of the day, we come out with one idea, then we can put in much for the students.
So it's not going to...
Nah, teachers will not do that. It will not cut out some teachers from the classroom.
Okay. Now, what do you have to say to this argument? Every child has his or her ability in certain subjects. Now, here is the case that we are going to reduce the number of subjects. We have special needs children. We have children with good relevant previous knowledges. We have children who are good with arithmetic, children who are good with literacy, and others who are good with numeracy. All these things should be factored into the implementation of this program. How do you want the government to go about this?
It's simple. You see, previously, the middle school leaving certificate, you only 4 subjects. Then all of a sudden, 3 was added. Before you realize now it's up to 9. So you ask yourself, I'm not comparing, but the olden days, look at the sort of products that we're having. I quite remember my father was a Form 4 leaver. But if he sits down and he speaks, if he has that kind of intellectual ability for control of his area of work. But these days, because the workload is too much, they are suffering. The secret is that the children are suffering, and the teachers too. It's like we are behaving like we are teaching, but we are also suffering. So in this area, you have to combine. You call something integration. You look at the subject area, the common ones, you bring them to them, you give a special name. That's it. So if I have an ability, like let's say technical, and I know that well, it is called technical science. It's an infusion of science and technical. Hooray! I've joined the two. Kill one. What do you call it? 2 birds with 1 stone. So it's not going to. In fact, children can even have the opportunity and know 2 subjects or 3 subjects coming together and setting it at one point in time, passing and going this way. I think it's the best way. It will not have any effect on the technical ability of the child.
The same question to you.
Yeah, and I think we have to teach them certain things in their life, manners and other things. So when the subject is being cut down, we can send the children outside. We will teach them certain things that they don't know.
Extracurricular activities.
Yes, that they don't know. Manners, how to talk to people, how to talk to an elderly people and those things. When you go to outside, that is what they do. But Ghana, because our subject is too much, teachers, you don't get time for the children to be teaching them those things.
So you are suggesting that, well, this should be done, and then we should add on co-curricular activities. For example,
discipline, manners, and how to talk to an elderly person, how to greet. Some people will greet an elderly people.
Courtesy for boys and girls. I remember our time, courtesy for boys and girls. We used to go for music lessons, debate clubs, and all that. So you rather suggest that these things brought back?
Yes, should be brought back.
It seems most teachers are up for the reduction of subject from 9 to 4. And that will be all for this episode of News Connect on City TV. My name is Kojo Ajman. Let's connect soon.